Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Manyata the Explorer. I am your lecturer VP sir. In the session, going to discuss about the following topics are here. In this session, Newton's law, that is third law here, and next one, conservation of linear momentum, and after that, there is a derivation for conservation of linear momentum by using Newton's third law of motion. We know very well in the previous classes that Newton's second law, it is nothing but due to influence of applied forces, there will be a rate of change of momentum takes place. In the sense what? The momentum and the forces are proportional to each other. Nothing but the rate of change of linear momentum which is directly proportional to applied force here. But question comes out, if a force acting on any body, does that body applies or use a force on the body or other forces? For that reason, we need to understand Newton's third law here. It's very familiar one, very interesting one. It is also called real law of physics. Newton's third law is nothing but it depends on, it is the works between action and reaction. That is why Newton's third law is also called as action and reaction law. So we will explain here. Newton's third law states that to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In the sense, ಇದು ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾದ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಏನು ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ football is there, it is at rest. Okay, in the sense what, if a force acting on the football, a player applies the force on the football, what will happen? The football moves forward. In the same sense, the football player foot will move backward. There will be a action and reactions are going to takes place. This gives what? Newton's third law. In with the examples, if you throw a ball to the wall, it returns back, it bounces back, but the action reactions are takes place within a short interval of time. Therefore, for every action there is an equivalent opposite reaction. With the help of this law, we come to know that action and reactions are in pair. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ pair ಒಳಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? In the sense what? Consider surface, then football is resting here. Here is a football player. Both are rested. But thing is that as soon as football player kicks a football, if a football player kicks a football, the football moves what? Forward. At the same time, the football player foot moves backward. So for that reason, if a football player applies a force on a football, that will call as action. But I mean to say that force exerted by the football player to the football, it is known as action. In the same sense, football also provide or exert a force on the football player, that is known as reaction. So with the help of this example, the magnitude of forces, action is nothing but a force only, reaction is nothing but a force only. Action and reactions are equal in magnitude, but they are in opposite directions. Again, I want to say that consider a body A here, consider a body B here, both are at rest. If A body applies a force on B body, the same time B body also exerts a force on A body. In the sense what? For every action of the body, there will be a reaction takes place. That is why action and reactions are in pair. They are equal and opposite. Then questions comes out. ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ what about acceleration? What about the acceleration of football and a football player? ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Does it depends on the masses? Yeah, of course. The question comes up. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the acceleration is very important point to remember. Acceleration of a football is more than the acceleration of a football player. Why is it so? In the sense what? The mass of a football is what? Very small. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅವಾಗಲೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್. For small muscles, if you apply a large forces, then body moves water in a forward direction. In the same sense, there will be reaction takes place in the backward motion. It is nothing but action and reaction that takes place. That is why, with the help of this statement, naven tilkobodu andre this can be expressed as A equal to F by M. What I mean to say that acceleration is depends on inverse of masses. In the sense what? A is inversely proportional to mass of an object. Okay? Then this is about the Newton's third law. With the help of this law, we can explain the many examples like a person is walking on the corridor. It is also best example of third law. There is a question in the first law. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ every body continues to be state of rest or uniform motion unless net external agency acting on it. ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಾಡಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. A question takes place ಆಯ್ತು. That is called limitations of first law ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. But there is an answer in the third law. In the sense what? As soon as person start to walk ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ action takes place. In the same time, the reaction takes place by the ground. That is why action and reaction takes place. In the same sense, swimming of a person, ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಈಜ್ತಾರೆ ಕೂಡ that works under the principle of water, third law ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. And motion of vehicles also the best examples for and applications for Newton's third law. Okay? After completion of Newton's laws of motion, like first law, second law, and third law. First law is known as what? Law of inertia. Second law is known as a law of moments or law of momentum. And third law is known as what? Law of action reactions. Then move towards the next topic that is called as what? Conservation. Conservation of linear momentum. ಏನು ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ so very simple and it's very important for board exams also. Statement ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಮೊದಲು ನಿಮಗೆ. Statement in an isolated system, the total linear momentum is conserved only when applied force or net force is zero. What is that? Consider, we'll do proof here. In an isosystem, system having what? N number of particles, body then having masses. If force acting on it, the change of momentum takes place ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. A system having what n number of particles having masses like m1, m2, m3 ಇರ್ತದೆ. Due to force proportional ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ m1, v1, m2, v2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is nothing but a product of mass into velocity is called as what a momentum here. We know very well from Newton's second law ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ net external force is always proportional to rate of change of linear momentum ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. This is for what? From Newton's second law. Newton's second law ದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. But questions comes out according to the statement of law of conservation of linear momentum ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if net external force is 0, then only the total linear momentum is said to be as conserved ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? If F external force is 0, if it is 0 because F equal to dp by dt, nothing but a rate of change of momentum is what a proportion to each other. If net external force 0 ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ there will be a rate of change of momentum also 0 ಆಗಬೇಕು because both are proportional to each other. That is dp upon dt equal to 0. But momentum is never be a 0. That is what linear momentum ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ linear momentum p equal to constant. This is what the idea about the statement of a conservation of a linear momentum. In the sense what? In a system, the total linear momentum of body is said to be a constant only when yavagandre if a net applied force is said to be 0 ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ consider a system here. ಏನಪ್ಪ system having what n number of particles ಇರ್ತವೆ, then having what masses respective velocities ಇರ್ತವೆ. So consider for the proof, consider the system having n number of particles and the linear momentum p1 comma p2 comma p3 comma so on up to pn. Okay, according to Newton's second law we know very well net external force is equal to dp upon dt. In a system total momentum is said to be what constant ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Here I am taking as p equals to p1 plus p2 plus p3 so on up to pn here. Okay, if I replace the value of p here, then becomes what d upon dt p1 plus p2 plus p3 up to end term here pn ಇದೆ. According to the statement of conservation momentum yavaga if net external force total force on the body is 0 ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಬಾಡಿ 0 ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ the conservation momentum remains same ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬದಲಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So F external force 0 ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ there will be a rate of change of momentum ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ external force there change of momentum are both are equal, ಹೇಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the rate of change of momentum is also 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. In the sense what dp upon dt and dp upon dt is also 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But ಇದರ್ಥ ಏನಿದೆ total momentum is what a constant ಇದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ p1 plus p2 plus p3 ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ they are what a constant ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This is what a proof of a law of a conservation of momentum. This ಮೂರು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So therefore this is about a derivation of a conservation of linear momentum. With the help of this statement we can derive the expression for a ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಏನಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ there is an equal and opposite reactions ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇದೇ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಇದೇ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಹೇಗೆ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ conservation of a linear momentum by third law ಅಂದ್ರೆ for every action there is an equal and opposite reactions ಇದೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು consider a body of having what mass m1 ಇದೆ the body name is what e ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ which is moves with initial velocity u1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ consider another body whose name is what m2 and b ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ತಗೋತೀವಿ u2 ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ this is what before collision ಅಂದ್ರೆ striking of two bodies each other ಆಗ್ತವೆ collision in a particular time these two bodies are meet ಆಗ್ತವೆ m1 m2 ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ this is what fpa then this is what fab during then this is what again m1 a body moves with what v1 again this is m2 here this is b body moves with the v2 here this is what after collision ಏನಪ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗಂದ್ರೆ consider two bodies ಎರಡು ಬಾಡಿ ಇದಾವೆ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ m1 m2 ಇದಾವೆ both are set in a motion ಆಗಲಿಕತ್ತಾವ ಹೆಂಗ m1 moves with u1 m2 moves with u2 ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the product of mass into velocity are called as momentum ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ initial momentum ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಇವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೂಡ್ತವೆ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ if u1 is greater than u2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ the momentum or motion of a body m1 is greater compared to motion of a body m2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ this body is get contact with what m2 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ so therefore they are moving in what initial velocity mass same ಇದೆ m1 moves with u1 ಇದೆ m2 moves with what u2 ಇದೆ they are moving with what before collisions ಹಂಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ u1 is greater than u2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ in a particular time interval during collisions ಇವೆರಡು ಕೂಡ್ತವೆ this is what ಎರಡು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದಾವೆ this is what m2 here this is what m1 here if u1 is greater than u2 ಅಂದಾಗ if it is a strike with the m2 ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಎರಡು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಟಚ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ at a particular time interval the condition is what u1 is greater than u2 ಇದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಟಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ this is what they get contact each other strikes each other ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಅವಾಗ ಕೂಡ್ತಾವಲ್ವಾ that is called as what during collisions touch ಆದಾಗ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ there is m1 acts on m2 m1 body m2 ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ that is called fab ಇದೆ ಹಾಗೇನೇ m2 body m1 ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ that is called fba ಇದೆ but see here the magnitude of force fba ಮತ್ತು fab ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಹೇಗೆ but direction opposite ಇದಾವೆ that is why for every action there is an equal and opposite reactions ಆಗ್ತವೆ after contacting again movement ಆಗ್ತವೆ then moving with what final velocities but during motion mass remains same ಇದಾವೆ and need to understand what is the meaning of conservation of momentum with the third law ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು so we know very well before collision total linear momentum before collision ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ see here m1 moves with u1 m2 moves with u2 before collision okay after the total linear momentum strikes ಆದಮೇಲೆ momentum after the collision. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? m1 v1 plus m2 v2. See here, before and after collisions are ಸಿಕ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. During collisions ಇದ್ದಾಗ there will be change in the momentum. Initial becomes what? Final ಆಗೈತಿ. That how to find here. Change in the momentum. Change in a momentum. Say it is called equation 1 ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನಾವು. It is called equation 2 ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Momentum for body A and B ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು same time. ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ m1 v1 minus m1 u1. Similarly m2 u2 minus m2 u2. Sorry, m2 v2 m2 u2. Then these are all called as what? Equation number 3 ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. But thing is that ಏನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ during collisions there will be a change of momentum takes place. ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? ಆ during collisions ಒಳಗಡೆ within a short interval of time the two bodies m1 m2 act ಆಗಿವೆ. That is nothing but a impulsive force act ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ? when two bodies are at each other ಇದ್ದಾಗ. So therefore for every action there is an equivalent opposite reaction. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು? FAB equal to minus FBA ಕೂಡ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. So therefore now with the help of equation ನಾವೇನು ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ for impulsive force of body A and B ಬಂದಾಗ FAB into delta T equal to minus FBA into delta T. We know very well impulse is nothing but a average force acting on a body with a short interval of time there. Nothing but a F into T ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ. So we know very well. So delta T ಹೋದ್ರು m1 u1 okay my v1 minus m1 u1 equal to minus a bracket m2 v2 minus m2 u2 here. Then equation becomes m1 v1 minus m1 u1 then equal to minus m2 v2 plus m2 u2 here. Rearrange the equation. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. This can be rearranged with the help of this derivation. ನಾವೇನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ total linear momentum ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ for every action there is an equivalent opposite reactions ಇದೆ. We know very well ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳೋದೇನೆಂದ್ರೆ F is proportional to dp upon dt ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. What will this dp by dt? There will be a rate of change of momentum ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ final minus initial for body A as well as body B. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ total linear momentum ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು? Before collision is equal to after collision. Andre total linear momentum is a constant which is numerically equal to before collisions of two bodies which is equal to after collisions of two bodies. That is why we proved that which is the expression for conservation of linear momentum by using what? Third law. So therefore the expression is m1 v1 m2 v2 is called after collisions because after contact each other the body changes the speed. They becomes into final agita. So therefore this gives what? Final momentum. This is what before they are moving with initial velocity idava yavadappa m1 u1 plus m2 u2 idava. This is the derivation for conservation of linear momentum.